fellow makeup fiends, so today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial for you, and I'm starting it a little bit different than I normally would. I'd normally start the tutorial in full makeup, showing you what the look was like before I actually proceed with the rest of the video and then showed you how I did it. However, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. This is a little disclaimer. I know I'm not a makeup artist, I know I'm not brilliant at what I do, but I feel like I'm learning, and I feel like I just have a lot of fun with makeup, and I think that's what it's about. I don't think you need to be serious, it's just makeup at the end of the day, and it's there to have fun with. So today is very much inspired and, well, it's based on a look in a music video. Now, the music video is Try by Pink. Pink is one of my favourite artists. I have followed her from the very, very beginning. I absolutely love Pink. I've always loved her. She's very individual. I love that she's different and she doesn't care what anybody thinks about her, and that she has so much confidence, because I feel like I've always had a lot of confidence with how I look, and I know I look different, but I like how I look, so I don't worry about what other people think. I am just who I am, and I'm not afraid to show it. And that's not bragging in any sense of the word, that's just how I am, and I really love that about Pink, and I love her style and her voice and her music, and she's so feisty, and I really like that. In the Try video, it's amazing. It is one of the most amazing videos I've ever seen, and there is a link to it in the information bar below. The information bar, by the way, is always full of lots of information. I always tend to put full information in there. If I do a makeup tutorial, you will find a list of all the makeup I use. I always put the cameras in there that I use, and the other places you can find me, such as Facebook and Twitter. So there's always information down there, plus a little bit of information about the video in general. So I love the video, and I love that in the video it's the dancing is beautiful, and then she's getting like lots of puffs of different coloured powder on her face, and at the end of it she's got lots of yellows, blues and pinks on her face, and I want to do that today. It's gonna look totally mad. No, I can't go out to Sainsbury's after I've shot this video and go and get a loaf of bread, because, you know, people would think I'd gone insane. But it is just fun, and I really want to do it because I love how it looked in the video, and it's gonna look completely different on me, totally different skin tone. Obviously heavier than Pink, and I don't have the same coloured hair, but I don't really care because I just want to give it a go. So, base products are on. I've got on my Gosh BB Cream in 01 Sand, my Gosh Velvet Touch Line Perfector Primer, which is my favourite, as you know. I've got my L'Oreal Lumi Magique on, and then I've got on a little bit of blush, but something quite natural, and that is the Colour Trend blush from Avon in the colour Cheeky. Just quite a nice little peachy flush. And then I've done a bit of contouring and highlighting, and to do that I have used Benefit's 10. I've had this forever. I used to use it a lot. Haven't used it very much lately, but I thought, why not get back into using it? So that's what it looks like. I've done a little bit of contouring, a little bit of highlighting. So yes, I dragged that out. I've got my brows done, which I used the Fashionista brow kit. This is just amazing. You would have seen this in my brow video. I think it's just the perfect colour for me. So I've got that on, and yeah, I think that's all I've got on so far. What we're going to start off doing is doing some pink makeup, actually. Not pink as in the colour, but pink as in something that she did used to wear. Now, during the I'm Not Dead years, the album, she did used to wear like a very basic nude eye with a blue eyeliner on, and then the rest of her face was generally pretty basic as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for that kind of eye. I'm just going to put on some lip primer. Right, so we're going to start with a very naked eye, and for that I'm going to use the Naked palette, and we're going to use Virgin as the base colour here. I've got a bit of primer on there, sorry. I hadn't quite rubbed that in properly, which is what I was just doing. Virgin's just a really nice naked colour to have on the lids. And at that time, she didn't used to wear very dramatic eyes. Not for when, like, I'm thinking more of when she was live on stage, and I don't know, I think it's just quite practical, the makeup that she used to wear, but very pretty. So with Virgin all over the lids. So I think I might just do a little inner eye highlight. I'm actually going to use the new number 17 All About Nudes palette. And I'm just going to use a little accent brush from Real Techniques. Take the ivory sort of colour. Just put a tiny bit of highlight in the inner corner. Not a lot. And then generally what you will see me do here, I usually pat that with my finger. Just to blur the edges a bit and just to soften that down. So next I'm just going to use Verve, which is this lovely colour here. It's just another ivory colour, but it's got a nice bit of shimmer to it. I'm actually just going to put that in the centre of the eye. Just brings a bit of light to the area. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Pretty petrol. And that's going to go all the way around the eye. So we'll start with the upper lash line. So that's the blue eyes. Now she hasn't got too much of that going on in this video, but I did just want to start this tutorial with a very sort of natural kind of look. So you could actually wear this look on its own. Very, very simple. And it's quite simple on the eyes as well. But then we're going to amp it up and we're going to take the rest of the colours. So I've got together a collection of palettes here that I think are going to be great colours. We're going to start, I think, with the blue, which is primarily on her left eye. Right, so before we get on to the colourful part, I'm just going to put on some mascara. I have to say, as much as I absolutely love this mascara, the shelf life or usage life of it is pretty poor. You would never get a full 3 months out of this mascara. I think it's already quite clumpy. I think that's going to go in the bin. Right, so I think what we'll start with actually is the blue, and that is on her left side. And I've got a couple of blues to work with. I'm actually going to put a couple of blues together to get the look. But we're going to start with the Stargazer palette. This is the Velvet Colour palette. This is a really lovely blue. The three main colours in this look are blue, pink and yellow. So I'm quite looking forward. It's just like getting the first bit on. Now the idea of this look, it's meant to look like it's literally the powder, it's like a bag of flour has gone on the floor, burst, and it's gone in your face. It's like not meant to be perfectly arched into your crease and absolutely perfect. It's just meant to look like it's gone poof in your face. So I'm also going to use a couple of colours out of this palette which I got last year from Superdrug. It's the Clubworks palette, which I haven't used very much of, but I do love these colours. Got some really nice blues in there that I think will be very good. Now I want to take that outside of the eye area there, outside the brow. And I'm just dabbing it on with the ends of the brush. Because I don't really want it to look super tidy. And then around the outsides I'm just going to take the excess that's left on the brush and just tap that off onto there as well. So you're getting the main strength of the colour here, and then around the edges, you know, just a little bit of the dust. I'm going to take another couple of brushes from number 7 to use some of the other blues that are in this palette. I don't really want too much shimmer, so I'm probably going to stick to the middle one. And I'm just going to pat that on as well. I think this just gives a little bit of depth. But we're going to go for some yellow now. And I'm going to use a couple of yellows for this as well. I'm actually using an Illamasqua shadow. This one is called Yes. beautiful bright yellow. And this is going to go under this eye. Yeah, it's a lot better. So this is just basically, there's a stripe of yellow going under this eye. And again, you want to take whatever's left on your brush after you've packed on most of the colour and just kind of dot it around the area. Like that. And then I'm just going to go in with the Clubworks palette again. I'm going to go in with that yellow. Adds a little bit of dimensions, just a slightly different yellow. Just kind of brightens that up. And it's up onto the temples and underneath the eye, right on top of the cheekbone. These brushes are going to need a bit of a wash. And I actually used this one from Real Techniques. And I never normally use this one, to be honest. This is the foundation brush. It is very good for around the nose area and the eyes. And I'm definitely going to wash that. Yeah, these brushes are going to be washed after this, for sure. We're now going to go to the pink. And again, I'm going to use a couple of pinks for this one. I'm actually going to take the pink from the Clubworks palette, which is a perfect candy baby pink. And I'm also going to use the Vivid Eye colour palette, and I'm going to use the neon pink. So I'm going to go in with the candy pink one first, and that's actually on the brow, in the look. Coming across into the blue. And I'm going to put a little bit down here. Take a bit here as well. Use a bit of creative license, why not? Because this eye doesn't actually have a lot happening in the video. I'm just going to put a splash of blue on there as well. Press the excess off. So now what I want to do is take the neon pink from this palette. Just apply a bit up there. Take a bit there. And I'm just going to use the excess and just but the main concentration of the colour in the video is actually around the eye area. There are some other colours on her face, but that's what I want to do. I kind of just want to concentrate there. And I love these colours together. I think they're really pretty. So I'm going to use Lady Gaga Viva Glam Gaga 1 as the lip colour, which is a lovely pink. Right, I'm now going to just take the edge of that where it's not wet and press off some of the colour. And I'm actually going to go with the brush here . And I'm just going to dab a bit of the blue on, and then I'm going to take some yellow as well. Okay, so I've kind of just shoved all my hair up on top. And now I'm going to put a bit more of the Gaga over the top of this, and it's just going to soften the edges of those colours. So they're still there, just kind of blurs them, makes them a little more wearable. So if this look is at all wearable at all. And I'm just going to get a brush. And I'm just going to take a powder brush and I'm just going to rub it over the edges there. I just really want to soften the edges up. You don't want it to look harsh. It's meant to look like it's kind of come out, you know, and poof in your face, not kind of placed on. I'm happy with that look. It's totally insane. Yeah, I really like it. It is very similar to the look in the video. It's more of an inspired look. It's not meant to be identical. So, you know, please don't judge. But yeah, I enjoyed doing that. It was a lot of fun and I hope you've enjoyed this too. Yeah, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all soon. Bye. I just wanted to show you, I've decided to add some of Woodstock, which is an Urban Decay liner, into the look. I'm going to put it under my eye there. And take a line underneath that blue and just blend it a little bit with my finger. And then I've also placed it under here, under this eye, because it kind of brings the pink in with the yellow and blue. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly show you that little thing that I added on the end.